Alright, try to get the lighting here. Hello everyone. I am here to share a sad story about a cell phone upgrade gone wrong. So end of last November, I was still trying to work off of my iOS 6, my stars, my iPhone 6. It had been very trusty. I liked the size. It worked for me for 2 years solid, but I was hitting a point where my apps, such as Chase mobile banking app, were basically saying, hey, we can no longer continue to support, like, we won't work on an older iPhone version. You need to get a newer phone so as you can get a higher iOS software update, because iPhone 6, as of last year, I mean, I was stuck at like an iOS 12. But hey, it was still working for me. Plus, I was running into a few issues where, because my iOS was such a low level, I didn't have iMovie, which was making it a little bit difficult to get my channel up and running off the ground. I was wanting to record more videos and go further, and I just was running into a little bit of a struggle bus with the fact that my iPhone 6 was just holding me back because it couldn't get the latest, greatest iOS updates. Okay, simple enough. I have been with Cricket Wireless for... Cannot get the lighting with my glasses. That is a bummer. To my glasses wearer YouTubers, how do you do it? I feel like the spots to get good lighting just keep covering my eyes. I guess this is okay. This is okay. Yes, so I've been with Cricket Wireless for approximately 7.5 years. I've done a couple of plans. I've done Straight Talk. I was a former AT&T customer back before when they had serious contracts. Yeah. You can hear my cat. So I was an AT&T customer, went to Straight Talk, and then ultimately moved to Cricket because they just had a better plan. For the same price, or I think a little bit less, I actually had unlimited talk and text, and the only limit was on my data, which I didn't mind. So I switched to Cricket. Things have been going great. Heck, I've purchased at least a phone or two through their system. They ship it to you. You activate it at home. Easy, especially during these trying times where we're limited on what kind of shop availability is out there, you know, and how accessible things are or not accessible. And so what I ended up doing was deciding to upgrade to the iPhone SE. I like the smaller size iPhones. Definitely had some fresh new features, and I can use the same phone cases for everything, which I really liked. I kind of like the slightly more compact smartphone. I don't know, I like it. Personal preference, right? So I upgraded. This was November 30th. In December, I ran into a snag right on Christmas Eve where my phone was marked as stolen. I actually made a video on this called iOS 14.3 did not corrupt my phone. I might actually change the title to that video. I'm not in love with that title, but my boo had run into an issue where the software update corrupted his phone, and Apple was like, let's go in on the warranty and just get you a new phone. So had a fear of that, but what ended up happening was, for some reason, my phone was marked as stolen. Let's see. How to summarize the past few months and all 30 some odd hours of phone calls back and forth from Cricket to Capital One. So I upgrade. I buy the phone. It's on its way. I think I get said phone. I activate it. I look on my credit card. There's 2 charges for this phone plus the activation fee, yielding almost a $600 worth of money's being tied up for one cellular device. I go to call Cricket. Their customer service isn't ready yet. I call my credit card, Capital One. They answer right away. No problem, no problem. We'll take care of that dispute right there for you. We'll get it all wrapped up. So they do. And they give me what is known as a temporary credit for 90 days. And if Cricket can prove that there's a reason why they should have charged me twice, then the temporary credit becomes permanent after 90 days. They have 90 days to send proper documentation and accurate representation on why they charged me twice. Time goes by. I don't think about it. The whole Christmas Eve fiasco comes up. But it seemed like a one-off. I get through New Year's. My phone keeps losing carrier service. I keep having to stay on the line because when you go to place a call with Cricket and you've lost your carrier service, and I think a lot of other companies do this too, they end up sending you to this automated system that says, we're so sorry, but your call cannot be completed at this time. Please stay on the line, talk to a representative to see what's going on. I wait on the line, and the rep says, you know, ask for my name. You have to go through all this spiel every single time of your account PIN, your name, your phone number, and then you can finally get to what's going on once they've pulled up your account. And they let me know that my phone is listed as stolen. Now, the first 5 times this happens, I go, oh my gosh, well, I didn't mark it as stolen. What's going on? Can we unflag it? And they'll be like, sure, it'll take a few minutes, and then they unflag it, and then my carrier service is back, and I'm back to using my phone again. Boop, doop, doo. No problem. Well, it keeps happening, and it keeps happening. Now it's happening about every day, every 2 days, my phone carrier service gets cut off, and even though I ask them, hey, can you keep this from happening in the future? The reps say, oh yeah, sure we will. It keeps happening again and again. One time I was even using my phone GPS and I lost my carrier service, and I was in an area I was not familiar with, and I basically ended up using the direction of the sun as well as the street numbers, because thankfully I think I was going northbound at the time. I was able to navigate my way back home without GPS. It was a little scary though, because I was coming back from an area that I wasn't super familiar with. So it dropped during that, and I'm like trying to navigate my way home while at the same time waiting on hold for a Cricket rep to unflag my account. Well, on that day, they decided to tell me that I think they shared some information that they're like, oh, well, you know, we refunded you the money for the phone. We didn't get the device back, so your IMEI number has been blacklisted. It's stolen. Okay, I know your time is precious, and I appreciate you sitting here through this. I'm going to summarize it. Basically, Cricket A does not offer full transparency on phone upgrade transactions and billing transactions to me, the user. Oh my god. Why now? Why are you walking your dogs with another barky dog? You guys don't even live here. Sorry. Anyways. Let's summarize it, because I don't want this video could take 20 minutes of the back and forth interactions. Cricket does not care about my credit card invoice. One of the reps even complained and said it was my credit card company's fault. They were doing me a huge disservice. I called my credit card company multiple times. Each time they said, yes, you did get double charged. Here's what's going on with the dispute. The dispute will not be finalized for 90 days from the time you actually filed it with us. And, you know, here's what's going to happen. And if they can send us proper documentation, you know, we're going to have to take that credit money and take it away from you, and you'll have to pay for that. But if they can't, we're going to make it from temporary to permanent. Okay. Seems fair enough. I struggled to get a 3-way call going between the Cricket rep and Capital One. More calls go by, more issues are happening. I'm going to the supervisor. I get in touch with the first time we try to connect with the supervisor, call gets dropped. Big surprise. Not surprised. Who wants to answer calls escalating to the supervisor? I've worked in a level 1 help desk before. I know what those calls sound like, but I was trying to be polite and nice. So I get a supervisor finally. After 2 more times, I get in touch with an actual supervisor. I explain the situation. She keeps trying to read the resolution to me, saying, well, you know, your phone's blacklisted, the IMEI number's blacklisted, it's marked as stolen, you got your money back, just buy a new phone. No, I already paid for it. And I kind of hit the point where I felt like I was going mad, like, quit reading me a resolution 20 times, I already know what it is. I know what the resolution says. I'm here to tell you, the the resolution is wrong. I've already paid for this device. But what she was able to do for me was activate my old phone. I switched my new SIM card to my old iPhone 6 so I wouldn't be cell phoneless, and she reactivated it. I had to pay for that reactivation, but I wasn't cell phoneless while this stuff irons out. She was supposed to call me back to make sure that the phone was reactivated properly. Never did. Unfortunately, the 2 times that Cricket said they were going to call me with customer service to help me work through something, they never got back to me. It's what it is. I will say, and I think I noticed this earlier, I did not appreciate that they don't really give you... I expect with my account, kind of like when you order from Amazon, or I don't know, when you... I like to see every transaction, and the only transactions I could find on the My Cricket account were my billing services, my service charges, my monthly service charges. I couldn't find anything with the cell phone dispute, or the credits, or the expense, or the cost, or the deduction, or the credit back, or anything on my side, because it's stored apparently in another area. That's something I really don't like with Cricket, is that there's no transparency there. I also didn't appreciate the fact that they called my credit card company a liar, and they did not give a about the fact that I had credit card statements proving that they double charged me. Did not care. I also didn't like the fact that when one of the customer service reps tried to get me to go to a Cricket store, I called the Cricket store rather than drive up there, and he said, "Ma'am, there's nothing I can do for you. We do not deal with accounts management stuff." He was kind of a... bleh. I didn't care for his attitude. I did not care for his attitude. So the Cricket store reps, they're really just merchandise babysitters to some degree. I'm sorry, guys. Respect y'all. But as a customer, that's how I feel. You guys just kind of manage some of the store inventory, but don't even usually have that much store inventory. And then you can't really help me with my account, so... So here's where we sit. Today, I'm running around my house with 2 phones because apparently no matter what, they cannot reactivate the IMEI number at all until they get the device back. So regardless, I'm going to have to give my iPhone SE back at the end of this. What I'm waiting is for the dispute to finalize and to see whether or not Cricket's going to give me a new credit or if I will still have technically paid for this device. Which happens. The dispute is finalized this week. We're going to make some more phone calls, and then I think I'm going to try to do a 3-way. I think I got to call Cricket first, then they'll connect me with the Capital One. We're going to do a 3-way call because I was able to do it successfully once. We're going to try to do that. And then I'm going to have to probably see if Capital One can take that extra charge off my card and say, look guys, here's how we resolve it. Capital One, get rid of that charge. Cricket, I'm going to mail the phone back. Give me that address. I will mail this device back to you. And then I think we're going to go shopping for a new phone carrier. Ah! I've never run into this issue before with them, so I'm kind of bummed out. I'm a little nostalgic because I've been with this carrier for so dang long. I even convinced my significant other to go with them, but times be what they be. I think we're going to look at possibly Mint Mobile. They seem budget friendly, and they kind of have, they kind of seem to have what I'm looking for. So we might go with Mint Mobile. Please do let me know. Have any of y'all run into this situation before? I couldn't find any duplicate charge for device info via a quick Google search here or there. I kind of feel like I'm the only one who's dealing with this right now, but I'm sure it's probably come up in someone else's world before. I hope not though, because this has been frustrating. And like I mentioned earlier, it's taken about 30 hours on the phone. It's almost been a full-time week of back and forth phone calls and disruption and phone service cutoffs. It's been awful. It's been really awful. This has been going on since Christmas Eve. I'm ready to resolve this matter. thanks so much for staying tuned until the end, but that is where we have it. I will provide a further update once I have figured out the end of this dispute and I get my new phone to film on. That'll be nice. Well, hope you all are happy and well, and have a good day. Give this video a like for support, moral support and solidarity. Bye.
Hello. So I'm coming back to y'all from the future. I have to say, I think the Cricket wireless gods were listening in on the video I was recording, because I decided to call back on, it was March 10th. I decided to call my credit card company and see if the dispute had been finalized, and they said yes, they verified that it had been finalized. So then I turned around and called Cricket. I got transferred around a little bit. I think the rep didn't really know exactly what I was asking for, but then finally I asked for a supervisor, got in touch with a supervisor and explained the situation best I could in a nutshell. And he looked up my IMEI number for the iPhone SE and was like, oh no, since the dispute is finalized, you know, basically I guess what happened is once the dispute finalized, they acknowledged that they had double charged me and they took the phone off the blacklist. So I am now able to use my iPhone SE, and since I've gone ahead and paid for it, I guess I will sit tight here for a bit. I mean, the monthly bill is very affordable. You know, we'll put the plans to change carriers to the future, but yes, just wanted to give you all a little update. So yeah, weird times. Anywho's, thanks for listening through this. Click like if you like this kind of sharing content like this. Click subscribe if you would like to join the crew. And have a great rest of your day, y'all. Bye.